Let's go. What up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the 710 The Slickville Show. Let me turn that off, man. I am Jay Brown, a.k.a. Mr. 710. And we are back up in this thing once again. Yo! I am looking forward to this show today. Because on tonight's show, we will be talking about risking it all. We're going to dive into these comfort levels, and we also going to talk about these new teachers. And before we get out of here, we're going to talk about your least favorites. What up, True? Anyway, so look, man, it's been a crazy week. What up, E? It's been a crazy week so far. It's been a real crazy week, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. You know, I was having a conversation with somebody with some bad credit, and fam got mad at me because I wouldn't loan them some money. Like, and so we were having a money conversation, and the credit scores came up, and you know, I'm proud of my credit score. Wasn't always proud of it, but I'm proud of it now. But this person said a number that started with a 4. And I missed the rest because I blacked out. Like I ain't even hear the rest of it. But it started with a 4. And I'm like, I probably would have lied if I was trying to borrow some money from somebody about having a number that started with a 4. As far as the credit score goes, because you can't have a 400 credit score and then ask somebody to borrow some money and then you get mad at it. Like I probably would have lied. I probably would have been like, yo, my credit score about 13,747. I would have gave them a SAT score for my credit score. Like, you're not gonna, no, it's gonna be a number that you can't get to. My number about to be lit. One thing I know, like since last week, like I told y'all, we got some new little ones in the house, and they all got their own personalities, and the little girl has earned a nickname for the show. Her nickname alias is Lil Mama. She will forever be Lil Mama. And Lil Mama, I was trying to keep her busy, and she has a stand up chalkboard on one side, dry erase board on the other side. Lil Mama trying to run the house, but she can't. But we were drawing on her chalkboard, and she wanted me to draw a picture, and I was all down for it. I was going to show off my art skills, and she was gonna be real like excited about these art skills. Now my art skills ain't great, they passable. You know what I'm trying to draw. But I drew. She told me, she was like, Mr. Jason, can you draw a picture of me? I was like, ooh, what's up, Pops? You sure? I was like, yeah. Can you draw a picture of me? Yeah, I draw a picture of you. So I'm drawing, and and it ain't coming out too well. So I went deep into my skills. I was drawing, I was looking at her and drawing like an artist would. Because this is what you're supposed to do to make it look like it. Yeah, right there. Okay. And I'm drawing. And 5 minutes later, I am finished. And she looks at the picture and she says, Mr. Jason, you forgot the booger. Wait. I forgot what? Yeah, you forgot the booger, Mr. Jason. This girl was so like I don't know. She's been like sick or whatever since she's been here, so she's always had a runny nose. And I don't know if she always like she has this forever lasting runny nose. Like her nose is always running. And when I tell you, so it's always something there. We always blowing her nose. And when she told me I forgot the booger, I was like, come on, man. I shouldn't even laugh. I shouldn't even laugh at this. But it was hilarious. It was hilarious that I forgot the booger. But you know that the boy is he's not gonna be outdone. We were talking about genetics the other day, and we were talking about things that you get from your parents. You know, I was like, yo, I'm taller than both of my parents. My brother taller than both of our parents. And, you know, we were just having a conversation about things that you get from your mom, things that you get from your dad, personality traits, physical traits. And so we were going back and forth with that. And one of the things that the boy was like, he said, you know, we were talking about height. And, you know, his dad is pretty tall, never seen his mom, grandmother fairly short. Mom's side of the family seemed like they all pretty thick. Like the thick. Dad's side of the family, they all tall. Every last one of them tall. And so he said, I was like, man, you know, I hope you're tall. Like, you might not be tall. Like, you might have stopped growing. He asked if I had stopped growing. I was like, yeah, I'm in my 40s, man. I'm not growing anymore. This boy, what up, Jay? This boy was like, nah, I'm gonna keep growing. They said, I'm my daddy's son. I'm my dad's child. So I'm gonna keep growing. I don't want to be the one to tell him. I don't want to be the one to tell him, like, yeah, you look like your dad in the face. But it's highly possible that you're going to have your mama height. You built like your mama. You built like your mama's side. So you probably don't get up to about 6'4", 6'5". Like, you big for your size, but it's highly possible that you might stop. You might stop growing. I would hate to see it. Like his dad, his bio dad is about he made me look little. Like he easily 6'6". Not gonna make it. Might not make it. They said leave the boy alone. I can't do it. Can't do it. It ain't my fault. It's not that one's not my fault. But before I get into it, y'all know, I let everybody know y'all gotta be safe out in these streets. They done dropped 3 new COVIDs on you. What up, Pink Diamond? They done dropped 3 new COVIDs. So if y'all out here raw dogging, you know, it just kind of is what it is. Y'all got still be careful in these streets. Like I'm not 100% comfortable with being out without a mask around a whole bunch of people. But that leads me to my next topic. I wanted to talk about comfort levels because I know that everybody has different comfort levels with um with where they are, who they talking, who they're around, and one of the things, and like how long you've known each other. And there's a group of people that I'm around that these guys talk to each other in a supremely reckless way. And when I say supremely reckless, I am talking about like, oh gosh, there are ways that I talk to my friends and my family that doesn't even get close to that. Like I'd be glad that my comfort level and their comfort level with me is not on that level. Like y'all cool, but you're not gonna call me no whole ass nothing or no bitch ass nothing, and we all know what comes after that. Like those conversations happen, and I'm like, hold up, fam. We we ain't that cool. We ain't that cool for you to be dropping that. We ain't not that cool. Like I say a lot of wild stuff, but I say stuff that everybody can rock with. It sound like DC friends. And so there was a time where my comfort level was tested. I went to go meet one of my, well, I didn't say one of my god brother was in town. My god brother is he hangs with the alphabet community, and that's his thing. Now, I have no problem with them. We met up at Boogaloo, and I didn't know it was going to be a bunch of his friends there, but his friends were hanging out, and I've seen the friends in pictures, but in pictures, you see them, they taking questionable pictures. As far as if you saw some heterosexual males taking pictures like this, you would be like, but I don't care. That's your thing. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna come hang out because this is my god brother. We grew up together. He do his thing. I love him anyway. Y'all do y'all thing. Yeah, as long as he ain't got no problem with y'all, I ain't got no problem with y'all. So we hanging out. He introduced me to everybody, and they walked up and they was like, "What's up?" to each other. Like it was some more of their friends came in. They was like, "What up, bitch?" It's like, ooh, maybe that's just their thing. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just interacting like, yo, what up, what up? Yeah, this is my god brother. I live here and this and that, da da da. I'm married. I'm super married. Super married. I'm married as hell. Like I love my wife. Married. Like that type of married. Not even questioned about my wife. That's how happy I am. And so but they were all cool until they brought me into a conversation where they was calling each other bitches and stuff like that. And I was just like, damn. Like I can't engage in that conversation. So while y'all calling each other that, I can't get in that conversation. And then they came up to me and they was like, so which one of us you think is the bigger bitch? I'm sorry, guys. I can't answer that, man. Both of y'all some strong men. Like I don't know what to tell y'all. Neither one of y'all are the biggest one, I suppose. Like I can't answer that. I'm sorry. Like I can't. I'm sorry. Adios, mio. I don't know what to say to that. My comfort level they don't go there because y'all doing y'all. you know what? I can't say both of y'all, and I can't say you know what? Neither one of y'all. Both of y'all solid. What makes one more than the other? I don't know. I guess whoever's on the bottom the most, but I don't know the answer to that question. But then I moved that to the side, and I start thinking about comfort levels. What are your comfort levels with the people that surround you as far as like your comfort level, like on the scale of 1 to 10, on the scale of 1 to 10, we want to know how far can your friends go. One being one being like hell no, 10 being like that's my 10 friend. My 10 friends, those are friends that can do anything. The ones, those are just people that you cool with that can come to your house. But we ain't on that level. And so we had a conversation a while back, maybe a couple years ago, talking about going in somebody's refrigerator. Can your friends come to your house and just go in your fridge? I'm talking about without asking. Just go in there and get what they want. And it don't matter if it's ain't never been open yet. They just going in your stuff and getting what they want. Like, what's the cutoff for your friend level? Level 6 to 10, yeah, they can go in there. I would imagine the sixth friend. I'm trying to think if I even allow sixes at my house. Some of my six friends would be my wife's friends, and so it'd be some of my wife's, 8 to 10 friends would probably be my six friends. So I just accept them in that way. I've only had 2 girlfriends in my house, and that's them 10s. Okay, I got it. Let's see. What about in your car? What level friend can mess with your radio without asking you? I'm just going to put on what I want to put on. Let me change this. And why y'all answer that? Like the part that made me think about the refrigerator thing is, like I said before, we had 2 kids come in, and within 30 minutes of being in our house, the boys were in our refrigerator. Like, yo, what kind of food y'all got up in here? And I was taken aback. Like, yo, fam, like y'all just go in people's refrigerators. Like, yeah, you just got here within 30 minutes. Like, if I go to somebody's house and this is my first time being in somebody's house, you gotta invite me to sit down. Let alone going into your refrigerator. What up, Black Barbie? But then, so we talking about messing with the radio. So Eda said nobody can get in her car and mess with the radio. I don't even really like my wife playing on my radio. So yeah, she can't even turn. Like, if I got something on, she don't mess with my radio at all. We don't do that because we don't even listen to the same stuff. Like, I get in her truck and I'm always turning her radio station. She out here bumping Alanis Morissette and Sam Smith and all this other stuff. I don't listen to that like that. Rascal Flats be on in her car. I'm like, listen, let me turn that to something I listen to. Put on some. It's usually connected to your phone. Yeah, man. Like, I gotta have control. Don't do that. Don't change that. Oh, now I asked my wife this before I came on. For somebody to actually cook at your house, what's your comfort level for somebody else to cook at your house? And I'm talking about, like, they're just y'all just hang out and they just decided to go in there. I'm gonna make myself a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm making a grilled cheese sandwich. You want some breakfast? Like, my wife said that it would only be like some of her top notch friends, and but she put a disclaimer on there that it almost had to have been an emergency. It would have had to be an emergency for them to come over and cook, make her some food. You don't mind as long as they clean up. That is good right there. The cleanup part. I think that makes a big difference. I think that makes a big difference is the cleanup part. Like if that person is not cleaning up behind themselves, then I can see how that could be a problem. Oh, last one. How comfortable would you be? Like, what level friend can drive your car? What level friend can drive your car? I'm trying to think how many people I know. You gotta be residing in my house in order to cook. I don't leave the pan with no sticky food. Yeah, none of that. But what level would they have to be to drive your car? Wife said nobody. My wife has been the only person. I think she's been the only person since I've had my car to drive it. Because that driving a car, that's major. That's a major responsibility when you start talking about driving. You gonna let somebody drive you? Does it make a difference if it's paid off or not? He said you got to be chopped. You got to be towed down in order to let somebody drive their vehicle. Blam blam. But look, your friends let you drive their vehicle because with the vehicle, that's heavy. That's heavy. That's a big risk you taking letting somebody else drive your car because other stuff happen. Other stuff happen. And we talking about like risking it all. Risking it all as I transition to Ime Udoka. We were just getting a whole bunch of stuff about it. I know everybody been getting their head beat in about it in regards to the Ime Udoka Boston Celtics head coach situation. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but what I know is these folks ain't telling us something. And that part is fine. It's a whole lot of blame being thrown around this thing. But what I do know is Ime Udoka he risked it all with the wrong person. There's a whole lot of people that'll risk it all for Nia Long. They'll risk it all for Nia Long. Nia Long for a long time had. But I think the part that makes folks mad is that it is highly possible. Highly possible that there is nobody that's working for the Boston Celtics that we will rank over Nia Long. So that's why a whole lot of people get mad because they like Nia Long. People like Nia Long. These folks out here get mad. They big mad at Udoka, And one of the questions that kept coming up was, all right, if if he couldn't if he getting suspended for this year for messing with somebody that's on staff, did the person that was also on staff get suspended or disciplined as well? We don't know. We don't know. Ain't nobody saying. It's all good. It kind of is what it is. Whether they got suspended or not, it would not absolve Udoka from the from what he's having to deal with. Because here's the problem: they ain't even put the other person's name out there, and that's fine. All that tells me is that they aren't just a staffer. It's not just a towel girl. It ain't just a athletic trainer or nothing like that. This was somebody up the up the up the ranks, up the ranks. And you went raw dog when you beat it. That's when they gonna tell you to beat it. Shout out to Kanye West. Yeah, yeah. My best works at the United Center, and this on a contract employees cannot. But if they do, they get fired. It's bigger than Eno Brown. It's bigger than Eno Brown, baby. They ain't make no machine guns in Harlem. Shoot, what y'all thought? But yeah, that's funny. It's funny that he been getting trashed like that. But I think it's because everybody they really like Nia Long. Like Nia Long has been fairly she's been fairly solid. Like throughout this whole time that she's been in the spotlight, she's been a solid. So everybody's like, yo, why would you cheat on her? Why would you cheat on her? It ain't just you, baby. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. But you can't be out here. You can't be out here. And she said, how did this come out to the public or who told? It was leaked. It was leaked on purpose, and it was leaked like it was on purpose. Now, it's a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened on purpose. Now, the way they came out and said that it was consensual, and the only things that he did wrong was, according to him being suspended, was messing with somebody that's on staff. But they also talked about breaches of trust and all this other stuff, and which means that the breach of trust didn't come from him messing with a staffer. That was some wife stuff. That was somebody that was I'm shaking his hand and looking at her. I'm winking at her. Because when she walked past, he was like cousin, like he was one of those. Like that's what it seemed like to me. Is that there were some people up top that trusted him. There was some other people. There was some ladies up top, probably married to those guys up top. That But here's the deal. This is the thing I told my wife. You are a first-year head coach. You wasn't that good as a player. I can be honest. I don't know his stats. And I'm sure as a journeyman backup player is what we're gonna call him. As a journeyman backup player, he probably had his share of groupies. Just a share, just a little touch, just a little smidge in the groupies. You're not gonna get the level of groupies that you get when you average 5.2 points a game, 2 rebounds and 1 assist. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different when you are, you lost in the finals as a first year head coach. The level of wolf that you got access to gonna change something, even though you got the long on your arm. The access to wolf is gonna change. Your wolf status is gonna go pew. And so before, you know, hey, I'm Ime Udoka. I average 5 points a season. I average 5 points a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the league. He needs some milk. But when you lose in the finals as a head coach, after doing what you did, they was talking about these cats being trash at the beginning of the season. And then after like January, they was the best team in the league. Now he feeling himself. I am Ime. Look, the level of wolf, because he on TV all the time. Through the roof. Every time he went to his hotel room. Shoot, what you thought? Oh, let's see. Neil Long been having a level of eggplant and didn't act on it. Of course she has. Neil Long been getting meat pictures in her DM since Black Planet days. It ain't nothing new for her. It's easy for her to turn it down. This part is easy. It ain't no temptation. I ain't never had no meat. But from what I can tell, there's not a whole lot of temptation in that. I'm sorry. Ain't a whole lot, like ladies I don't know a whole lot of ladies that be overly tempted by ding-a-ling. Like I had my time. I had my time when I was, but I ain't never had none. So I don't see the attraction outside of mine. But it kind of is what it is. As long as my wife like it. That's what's most important. As long as she like it. Anyway, but for a dude, it's levels. See, now, because you said that, I feel like I don't think that the quality of meat goes up with the more famous the woman is. I'm not sure. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. Not 100% sure. But what I do know is that the quality of wolf goes up exponentially when you got that bag. You get the wolf with all the aftermarket parts. They're not even factory no more. They got aftermarket parts on them. So they ain't always good, but sometimes the aftermarket parts at least make it look better. Just saying. Speaking of aftermarket parts, I saw this story, and this was the part. This is part of the show that it was probably gonna get me close to in trouble. but I don't get in trouble because it's my show and I talk about what I want to talk about. There was a Canadian teacher, a transgender Canadian teacher that made the news, that went viral over this last week, and it was for most of the wrong reasons. Now, we talk about teachers, and the teachers that I had when I was coming up, let me see. Miss Lindsay, not attractive. Miss Weir, not attractive. Miss Barnard, not attractive. That's first, second, third grade, fourth grade teacher. Miss Hill, this is my first black teacher, so she get a pass. Miss Jaffe, mm-mm. Biggs, okay. Miss Graham, rest in peace. Listen, I can go. That was my first through sixth grade teachers. None of them was I sitting up there like. None of them was I sitting in class like. Yeah. Erase that board, girl. It never happened. I didn't have those type of teachers. I didn't have big booty teachers. I didn't have teachers with huge breasts. I didn't have teachers that I was looking at. I didn't have a Miss Trinidad. Miss Graham was solid. Yeah. I need to look at I would say I need to look at her again as an adult, but she ain't alive no more. So you do remember Miss Graham. I forgot. Like we went to school together. I forgot we was in the same school for a while. But I go through those teachers, and then even in high school, college, it just didn't happen. It just did. It just did not happen. Like we did not get. I did not get the Miss Trinidads. Those didn't happen. Now it's. I feel like it's a bunch of nice looking and shapely teachers out here. Like it's some shapely teachers out here in these streets. Like the boy has a shapely teacher, and I was just like, yeah, that's gonna be a problem for some of these dudes out here going to parent teacher conferences. They're gonna be checking out that backfield in motion. They're gonna be looking at that thing. I mean, I'm a dude. I see it. I still see it. I still see it. I ain't gonna holler at her. But this Canadian teacher, I think started as a man, transitioned into a woman, had been teaching at that school for a few years, and decided to get some huge breast put on. I don't even know what the size was. Look, it was I don't even know. Like they say, gigantic prosthetic breasts is what they say. They don't even put in there what size it was, because it was like it's like this big. It's like bigger than basketball big. Like it was their monster. And in every picture that I've seen that they post of this teacher at school or on her way to school, I'm talking about just no bra, all nips and long and big old long out of control breasts. Joints long and out of control. Missiles. But highly inappropriate for the school. You're so stupid. Jenny Jones. Highly inappropriate for the school. And the thing is, the Canadian school is standing behind this person, and they standing behind this person, even though it's highly inappropriate. Because if it was a natural born woman that showed up to school like that, and I'm not even saying with no monster boobs, but just maybe a a strong C cup with, and if she was walking around with no bra, and they would bring her into the office and be like, "Hey, Miss Such and Such, you need to do something about those tatas." And they would try to have to figure out the nicest way to say it. You have to figure out something to do with those tatas because they are a distraction. But for this trans person, kind of got to skate around that situation so that they don't say nothing that's going to get them hemmed up. You don't want to get hemmed up. You say the wrong thing. They're going to be like, you say the wrong thing. They're going to be like, crucify him. Punish him. And it can't be like that because I feel like wrong is wrong. The teachers that got big booties, that be wearing tight stuff to school, stuff that just fit their body, like they get body shamed, they get called into the office, they get complained on by mothers who feel like their kids gonna be distracted, mothers that feel like they husband's gonna be distracted, and then you got these monster boobs over in Canada on this trans person that's like, hey, you know what? We don't know what to do about this, so we're going to stand behind it. And everybody had, like, only reason why I'm kind of bringing it up, B Baby Doll, what up, though? Only reason why I'm bringing it up is because I know that it's a double standard. I know that it's a double standard, and it's nothing that could actually be done about it. Double standard in a way. I'm kind of just throwing this in just to feel some time because it was another conversation that I've been meaning to have. Double standard in regards to dating and how that changes all the way. Like the dating double standard versus that married double standard is so interesting to me because when you're dating, the double standard is, hey, women dudes got the freedom to kind of operate freely due to, per societal standards. So, dudes play their games, dudes do their thing and whatever. They date around, but women still make the rules. They still make the rules. You still got to adhere to these women rules. And those women rules don't change. They just get worse when you get into relationships. And of course, a guy goes from trying to please said woman while he's in the dating stage. And then when you get into that serious dating stage, and here's where the double standard that I was having a conversation about. The person I was talking to, it was really wanting to vent about a situation that he had going on, and he couldn't talk to his woman about it. Couldn't talk to the woman about it because his problem, the way it sounded like, was something that it wasn't important to her. Hey, you got a kid, that's your kid, that's your baby mama, that's your problem. Now when she needed to vent to him, he was supposed to be there because it was something that bothered her, and he should have just listened to it because it bothered her. So her feelings should be your problem. Your feelings, as long as it deals with something that she cares about, are your problems as well. If she don't care about it, like she don't want to hear about another woman making you feel a certain kind of way. But if it's an outside influence, whether it's if she had a baby daddy or whatever that wasn't picking up the kid or giving us some kind of problems, you better listen. Otherwise, if you don't listen, if she getting you on up out of there, you about to get purged, fam. You about to get purged. You can't complain. Like dudes can't complain about certain things making them have a bad day. Like you got to be real. You got to be real judicious about what you choose to complain to your woman about. Because if she don't feel like it's something that should bother you, then she gonna have an attitude about you feeling a certain kind of way about it. Vice versa, you better care about everything that bothers her. Everything. Or you are insensitive. You don't care. I bet I can find somebody else that'll listen to my problems. Niggas don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. I find somebody else that want to listen to your problems. It's always a dude that's willing to listen to the problems. Yeah, I listen to it. I don't know why he won't listen to your problems. Yeah. Can I unzip my pants while I listen? Shoot. That double standard, that's tough. That's tough. I'm gonna dig into that probably in another show later on. But before I get out of here, I saw this post that talked about least favorite celebrities. And that was interesting because I was thinking about like, are there celebrities that I don't like? I'm talking about like that I don't like. Like, listen, if I saw this person in public, I would feel some kind of way about seeing this person. Like they would give me an ill feeling. And the list of the people who popped up probably won't be that surprising, but it was more so I was interested to try to figure out like why certain people were on this list. And so Kanye was on this list for least favorite celebrities. I'm like, okay, I get it. You like his music, fine. He had some bangers in the beginning, got a little weird, had some bangers a little bit later on. Still, the out the studio stuff is the stuff that everybody gravitates to Kanye about, even though like this dude has been doing some stuff that's when you look back on it, you're like, dang, he did that. R. Kelly was on the list, of course. Like everybody hates R. Kelly now. I mean, but they doing shake, shake. They doing all this. They doing that. They don't like him. Of course, the Kardashians came up. Like nobody cares too much for the Kardashians. Like those are, like I think those three right there are love hate ones. Like you either up here or you down there. Like it ain't no in between on them. Tory Lanez made the list like a bunch of times. I was just looking at the people who showed up a bunch of times in the comments, and Tory Lanez was on there. And I was like, nah, people not liking Tory Lanez because of what happened between him and Megan Thee Stallion. Quite possible. Quite possible. I got it. And he said, no me gusta. No me gusta. 50 Cent was also on this list. I will say of all the people that I named so far, 50 Cent was mildly surprising just because he is funny to me. And as long as I figure, like, as long as I ain't on this bad side, I'm straight. Like, as long as he ain't got to make no post about me or anybody that I like, I'm good. If you said 50 Cent, Ja Rule must have been your favorite rapper at one point. And say that again. If you said 50 Cent was one of your least favorite celebrities, Ja Rule is probably one of your favorite rappers. Sorry, not sorry. And then Jada Pinkett Smith made the list. Like, she was one of those people that was also on that list that you could kind of, that was like, I get it. Have y'all met any bowlers that you wouldn't want to rub elbows with? Absolutely. I meet them every week. Look, I came out the back. You know what? I went to the bathroom last week, and like, it's something as simple as going to the bathroom will make me look at somebody totally different. And this is not somebody that I interact with on the occasion, you know, on a every week to week occasion, but I see him. My brother had some minor dislike for him from a couple weeks ago, from him yelling something every time he throw the ball, and that's putting him out there. But if you don't know, you don't know. But one thing that he didn't do was wash his hands when he got ready to leave the bathroom. He came in the bathroom after me. I used the bathroom. He came over there and started trying to talk. Violation number one. Number two, I get done, flush the toilet, go wash my hand. There's one sink in there. As I'm washing my hands, he flushes the toilet and he leaves. Excuse me? Like, you need to go back to that. You need to go back to the urinal. Wait 8 seconds until I get done. And now you need to go wash your hands, fam. And so, look, anybody that's cool with you, I almost feel like it's my duty to be like, listen, if y'all gonna be in here, if y'all gonna be in this bowling alley raw dogging this oxygen, you at least gotta make sure that you don't shake his hand. Because if you raw dogging this oxygen and you shake his hand, you are guaranteed to either get one of these old strands of Rona or these new COVIDs that came out, that they done dropped. It's gonna, like, come on now. I'm not even gonna do the rhymes with like I normally would, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that one bit. But I got about 5 minutes left. So the least favorite celebrities. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think if I had one. If I had a least favorite, like somebody I just don't like to see come on TV. If there was anybody on this list, like I don't watch the Kardashians like that. I'm still a Kanye music fan. I guess I have people that I do like. I don't have very many people that I like, celebrities that I don't too much care for. It's like anybody that I don't follow, I don't too much care for them. And so outside of that, like, yeah, I have comedians that I don't find funny, but I don't have a dislike that I go in there and at them on a post or something like that. Tiffany Haddish is not the funniest person on stand-up. She does have great parts in movies, though. But I did want to look, it made me think about the least favorite celebrities, made me think about my least favorite cereals. Now, I do have cereals that I absolutely like all the time. And then I got some that I cannot stand. And so my least favorite cereals, and if you have some of these sitting on top of your refrigerator or in your pantry, I'm not going to judge you, but now I ain't going to judge you. But number one, Honey Smacks. Honey Smacks is at the top of the list of least favorite cereals because they look like roaches. Can't stand Honey Smacks. Also, look, any of these plain flake cereals, like all plain flake cereals, we could just lump those all together. Wheaties, Special K, Corn Flakes. Like if you out here, if you dropped a plain flake cereal, that those all go into the least favorite cereals. Count Chocula is another cereal that I did not like at all. It was something real weird with that. Frankenberry was solid. Count Chocula was a little weird. And see, you adding stuff. I'm just talking about you just add milk. It's a cereal with milk. Don't try to doctor it up and add sugar to it. You add sugar to cornflakes, you just made Frosted Flakes. Stop playing. And then the mini wheats, not the frosted ones, but if you just bought regular mini, like if you bought mini wheats, the regular mini wheats, if you bought those for a kid, somebody should call defects on you. If you bought the regular mini wheats for any kid, that was a hell of a punishment. That might have been worse than my mom making us eat liver when we were kids. Like, we're gonna put that up toward the top of the list. And then, most of any other cereal that you could eat with the original wick. Yeah, we used that cereal in that long clear. We used to get that cereal in a long clear plastic bag. Yeah, that's probably one of them cereals that you can get with wick before they opened up wick to everything else. Like they had a list of cereals that you can get with wick, like Kix and Special K and Marshmallow Treasures and stuff like that. Like all of those, we just gonna put on this list the least favorite cereals. Oh snap! Look, in a couple weeks, probably about a month, it's gonna be Halloween time, and we're gonna do one of these for the candy. We're gonna have the Candy Olympics and see which ones win for best and worst. You'll be surprised, but just know Chico Sticks gonna be on there somewhere, as well as the small Reese's Pieces, candy corn, and them orange peanut things that need to be banned. They need to be flat out banned. But look, before we get out of here, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you are not already following the 710 Print Shop page, go ahead and follow that. It's on IG, it's on TikTok, it's on Facebook, anywhere. And if you're looking to order some shirts, I'm going to put this one up. This is my Muhammad Ali special. It got the greatest going across the back. www.the710printshop.com. It's where you can get that thing. Also, I got some hoodies. I'm about to get these t-shirts and tanks off of the site. It's time to usher in these hoodies and sweatsuits. So, excuse me, I have one for the ladies that's dropping this week. I am ready. And first of all, easy. I gotta stop this shirt plug, to address this Reese's. First of all, they don't even make the Reese's Pieces in the small Reese cups with the same peanut butter that they use to make the regular size Reese cups. Bam. Those Reese's Pieces peanut butter is not the same. Not the same at all. Also, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in any kind of real estate, whether it's land, whether it's some investment properties, or your first home, or your next home, go ahead and holler at your boy at J.H. Brown, the Realtor. I will get you taken care of. I will get what am I? Yeah, I get you taken care of. If you're not in the Georgia area, I can refer you to somebody, and we got a big network. But look, I appreciate everybody for hanging in there with me. Yo, look, I tell y'all this all the time. It don't stop. Please, please, please be safe out in these streets. And if y'all saw it this past yesterday, the Bears won once again. Hey, hey, hey. And don't ever forget, if you're going to risk it all, make sure it's going to be worth it. Because if you're risking it all with somebody, you might lose it all. Don't put it all on. I did that on purpose.